Dr. Shepard, your new orchestra teacher, and I'm going to talk about the parts of the cello today, if you choose to play the cello. One of the things you need to do is adjust the end pin. So there's a metal rod that extends out from the cello, and it's secured by a screw, and you can adjust the height. I'm going to show you how to adjust that in a minute. But first, I want to talk about the bouts of the cello, these two things here, and this C bout right here. So the bouts of the cello kind of expand the instrument out this way to make a nice big chamber for the sound to come out. And the sound comes out through these F holes here. Now the ribs of the cello are these pieces of wood here that hold the back and the face of the cello apart so that it also creates that space in there for the sound to vibrate. And so when I put the C bout right in the middle of my body, I'm going to find the spot with my end pin that goes out to the tip of my finger. So I just stretch my arm out, and I've got this metal rod, this end pin out to this end of my fingertip. And then I'm going to tighten the screw down, not too tight because I don't want to strip the screw. And then I'm going to set that end pin into a cello board. So this cello board has notches in it, and it's held by the left hand of the chair leg, or left leg of the chair, so that the cello then can go kitty corner like this up past my left ear here. This bottom peg on the inside is the C string peg, and that's going to be behind my left ear. The heel of the cello here at the top of the back is going to be placed right in the middle of my chest basically, and it's going to be curved off this way. Okay, so I've talked about some of the parts of the instrument, and I'm going to continue on with the tail gut, which holds the tail piece onto this end pin. And then most of the time we're going to have fine tuners so that you can make fine adjustments on the strings by tightening the strings or loosening them. If we tighten to the right, it gets higher in pitch, and if we loosen to the left, it gets lower in pitch. And so then the strings are stretched over the bridge. They go up over the fingerboard so that they're lifted off a little bit by this little tiny piece of wood called the nut. This nut is named after a German word, Nut, that means groove. And there's these little grooves that are spacing the strings equally apart, same as with some notches in the bridge here. The bridge is not connected to the cello, it's just setting down by the weight of the strings, which is quite a bit of weight, and you don't want to hit that bridge because it will knock out of place. So then the strings, we follow back up into this peg box, where this is the peg box, where the pegs are set through and the string winds around. So if I were to tune the cello, I would be turning the pegs this way to tighten the strings and the other way to loosen them. And you try not to bump these once they've been tuned so that the instrument will stay in tune. And then there's this decorative piece up here called the scroll, where the instrument ends. It looks kind of like the scroll from a piece of paper. And so then we've got this area here called the neck. And when you're playing the cello, your thumb is going to be on the back side of this neck, pointing to the right. And so I think there's one other thing that I haven't mentioned. There's a sound post inside of the instrument. It's just a post of wood set about right here, running down from the top to the back. And that helps the sound or the vibrations from the bridge. When you pluck or bow the string, that vibration goes into the bridge, into the face of the instrument, through the sound post, into the back of the instrument, and then that sound comes out through the F holes. And I believe that's all the parts of the cello. And I'm looking forward to teaching you how to play it.